Welcome in. My name is Ballot. Welcome to my box. And this is going to be a short tutorial on how to make a general low-level, either invading multiplayer build for co-oping, being a friendly invader, or being a Rune invader for a low-level around level 10. This is going to be first of probably 2 to 3 parts of a tutorial. This is just going to be getting the essentials in a timely manner for low-level build to make you virtually about level 30-ish. But so, starting off, you're generally going to want to start as a wretch, because that levels out everything, and then you're at level 1, and it gives you some freedom as to where to put your levels. And then grab a Lands Between rune, then you can start off your leveling as fast as possible, and it also keeps some souls in your pocket so that when you need them, you have them, because you don't need to level until later down the line when we have most of our essentials. Alright, so Lands Between rune, Origin Wretch. Then we're going to start up. And then we are going to go through the tutorial to get some just in case runes, because there's one item in here that you are going to have to buy, and it's a just in case you don't have enough runes. And this is going to be mostly uncut. Yeah, it's going to be mostly uncut, mainly because I don't know how to do much video editing, but also because the way I take directions requires to be shown, and I'm going to go through everything and show you exactly where to get everything. So feel free to skip through the video, because it's going to be a long video probably. There we go. Alrighty. Cool. We got all our stuff. Hop down the hole. For reference, you don't actually really need to do this. Alright. And 400 souls. Okay. So that'll get us some souls for later. Grab strength. Ooh, tree, don't kill me. So, to reiterate, this is going to be for a level 10 build generally. This character I'm actually going to be taking further later down the line, but for the purpose of the tutorial, we're going to be sticking at level 10. I'm not going to level it right now because I want to get an item before we do that. That will make certain parts easier, and is also going to make the rest of the game easier for somebody who's not leveling, definitely. Alright. Now we're going to talk to Var because we need to start his quest.
Oh, yeah. Come to
Yep. Okay.
Are you from? You may all that. It will be even if great to cast the home.
Okay, cool. That should be everything. Now we're going to progress as usual. To go grab the map, which will give us some bearings. Check my notes. Some more runes.
I am caught.
We're gonna grab crafting kit for now because we're gonna need it in the future.
Goodbye.
For friendly invading, basically. And now progress as usual up the path and to the other bonfire. Grab Lord Sworn bolts. Oh joy. What you got, boyo? Cookity. Sorry, I need to stay on path. Whole point of this is to make it quick. Okay. Now, we're gonna go through the arch over here. We're gonna go right behind that man and hope that his dog does not kill us. Reason we're going on here is for the Ashes of War Whetblade. And the Ashes of War. Then we're gonna run out here, avoid the big boy. Grab the item for our map. And hopefully make it here before dying. Sit down, sit down. There we go. Alright, and this is gonna be for Torrent. Because he just makes everything so much faster.
Of the Finger Maidens. They serve at you. I can turning to aid you. You need up to the foot. Then summon me. I bequeath.
Okay.
Use it. It will torrent. Treat him with.
Now, we're gonna switch our lands between Rune with Spectral Seed Whistle. Ugh. Then we're gonna switch that with this. So holding down just puts us on Flask Crimson Tears like normal. Alright. Now then... Ooh, I forgot a step. We are gonna teleport on back to first step. And from here, we're just gonna grab Turret, and we're gonna ride directly east. So that we end up at the ruins right there. So ignore the dying people. Head to the ruins, and right under that big pillar of stone right there is where you want to aim for, so go straight for it. Because it's right under it is the path. Ignore everything in here because they're rats and they will kick your butt. And that's why we ignore the rats. Okay, Stick America. Little hiccup, oh joy. The rats are fast. I wonder if... Can you sneak past? Yes, sneak past. Apologies. Gonna be doing a lot of this anyways, so... There's my first hiccup, so it's not perfect. Alright. And then this little chest will take us to Caelid. which is where some of our items are going to be. So crouch immediately, open the chest, grab whatever. You can probably sell these for some extra runes if needed. Or use them, do whatever. Excuse me, sir. Now stay crouched all the way out of here, because there is a pest, and by pest I mean really angry missile bug right on top of you. You've probably seen it in a few streams, a few videos. It kind of decimates you. But yeah, hug right side there, all the way until this tunnel. And then just hop down, grab the grace. Alright. And then from here, we can use Torrent again, which you're gonna have to, because there is poison all over this area. So, we're gonna hug the right side and avoid that. That is also an invisible beetle down there that you can go get a weapon art poison blade from, if I remember correctly. But right now, we're in a hurry. So, I'm just gonna hug right side until we're out of the swamp. Torrent isn't affected by poisons, thankfully, so being a ghost has its advantages. Alright, ride by these guys. Grab the grace. And then we will be continuing hugging right side. For the other grace, which is in between all the swords here. This is Lifesteal Fist, if you want to grab it. Now let me make sure I'm not getting lost. Give me a moment. Yep, nope, we're good. Alright, we're gonna follow the road from here. From that right there. Follow the road. I'm just fingers crossed right now that I'm not getting lost. But I think I'm fine. Pretty sure. Yeah, we're good. Follow the road. Straight through Caelid ruins. Avoid all the explodey boys. We're gonna come up on another grace up here. Oh.
Forgive me. To determine if you have, it seems torrent.
Don't worry about going to
the
the round table hold right now. And then pull out Torrent again, and we're gonna ride straight east. Right over to here. There is gonna be a jump, so be prepared for it. Right here. And then there is another grace on the road. And from here, we're gonna go up on our left on the road. from about here you can see the shack that we're gonna head to. Right there. So head straight to the shack and avoid the monsters. As best you can. Staying more or less in the middle of the road usually works. This being the road. Grab this grace. Talk to this merchant.
Hey, how can I help?
Sell anything you don't need. Grab the torch. Thankfully we didn't have to use our lands between Rune.
Have a safe journey.
Equip the torch. And keep in mind, if you have this torch, this is the beast repellent torch, most dogs, snails, those things will not attack you. They will avoid you. This is not true for late game versions, and this is not true for the red-eyed versions. So if you see one with red eyes, avoid it at all cost. That also just means it's stronger. So now that we have our torch, which is the only thing we're going to be buying aside from the crafting, we are going to use our runes, if I can find them. And we are going to level our health. This build is going to be centered around health. We have 9 levels before we hit level 10. So, and also let me demonstrate this. Hello, Doge. And now he won't attack, he will just kind of circle you. Unfortunately, he will still affect your stamina as if you have been attacked or as if you are in combat. So still avoid them, but this keeps you a little more safe. It does not work on birds. Also, it does not work on the mutated birds or normal birds. Now, we're going to follow this back, or you can teleport back. So follow it back down to where the other grace is, right there. Then we're going to go the other way, along this big bump passing the tower. And that's going to be right here where the map is. So we're going to grab the map from the totem, which is shown on the map, as you just saw. And from here, we're going to place a marker here, because that is our next destination. And a marker here, which is where the road will change. So using those markers, we're going to head straight for 2. Excuse me, guys. Just passing through. And then we're going to take the right of the fork in the road, as we saw on the map. We're going to head to 1. Right past the dragon. And right past Greyroll. So when you get to Greyroll, go to his left, which this big sleepy boy is Greyroll. He won't attack you. He'll just send his babies after you. So avoid the babies. Get to the end of his tail, and on your right, behind his tail, will be a grace and a castle. Now this is going to be the most dangerous area you're in, so be careful. We're going to rest here, just in case you needed to heal or anything like that, and then we're going to head in. Take out your torch, because you're going to need it. And put away your weapon, because you're not fighting anything here. You're just running. Alright? Now we go. Grab our waypoint. Head left past the wall and past the lady who's singing and up the ladder. Go up the ladder as fast as you can. Try to avoid getting poisoned like I just did. Switch to heals, because I'm poisoned and that's not good. You're going to grab the medallion out of the chest, and then you're going to drop down this way. And don't go in that hole. We're going to go in the hole that is to our right past the tower. Right here. This is the hole you want. So go down here. Don't worry about the rats. They won't affect you. Heal. Grab item, because I like to hoard, and it's also item. And hop this little gap to this area. And go past these guys. Hop down the hole. Grab this. Hope that nobody's following you. Oh, somebody followed us. Hold on. This is awkward. Wait till people aggro off, or just die. Either way, because we just got a rune that's worth a lot of souls. There we go. Fort Faroth. And then from Fort Faroth, we're going to be going to the Beast Sanctum, which is just up the road this way. So right there. Now, there are two bridges. We're going to be taking the right bridge, because this bridge has a dragon on it. But we're going to toss a waypoint there. And then we're going to head directly north with Torrent. Very important, head north with Torrent. Now, this pillar, don't do what I'm doing, by the way. Behind this pillar is going to be a little air bit there, so you want to hop on there so you can make this safely with Torrent. And then you're going to ride right past this boss. And right up here, avoid the lightning. So just to show you, there's the dragon. So we're going to avoid this bridge because there's a dragon on it. But we will come back. And we're going to head this way. And we're going to head to this tower. This is the rise of the area. And if you see it, you can see more air. So we're going to hop down the air. Safely, hopefully. Sometimes it glitches. And we're going to grab the grace. This grace is kind of important. Because if you die, then you don't have to backtrack too far. We're going to head up the second bridge. And we're actually going to set up the waypoints. So waypoint here, and then a waypoint here. So one at this end of the bridge, at the curve, and at the other end of the bridge. So 1, 2, 3. So we're going to head to 1. And try to do this not at night because there is a night cavalry who's here. However, we can come back to him later. And there's poison all along this, by the way, and a whole bunch of little guys, so try to avoid them if you can, but poison's a bit slow in this game, so it's not too big of a problem. Go past these guys, they're dangerous, they will one-shot you. Grab our 2 checkpoint, switch to your healing just in case, hug the right. And then head to our 3 checkpoint. And there's the grace at the end of the bridge. Sorry, word Words are hard. And then rest here to get rid of the poison. And then we're just going to head straight up to the Sanctum. Hopefully this goes well, I don't know. In front of the Sanctum is going to be the Gargoyle Boy. You can kind of see him from here. The Valiant Gargoyle. But make sure to grab the golden seed in front of the tree first. Grab that. Flask upgrades are always good. Now you can take your time and go around him a different way. But for the sake of this, we're gonna die. You didn't do that last time I was here. Alright. Try number 2. Alright. So grab the golden seed that's here. Grab your souls if you died like I did. And then we can avoid him. Head to the left pillar here. And avoid him as much as you can. Head here. Get to the door, get your invincibility frames. Hope he doesn't come up the stairs. And then grab the grace. Mr. Garank is pretty chill, so generally he's not going to punch you in the face. Rest at it to make sure that the Valiant Gargoyle is chill now, by the way. And then you're going to ride on out of here. Grab this, because maps. And then we're going to run over here for our second talisman. Go past the 2 hawks. Look for the thick branch. There it is, thick branch. Alright, so the thickest part of the branch is about here, so walk straight forward. Hop on down. And this is where it gets a little iffy, because this is based on health here. I might not have enough. So we're going to equip that to get hopefully enough health for this. Let's heal at least once. We're going to hop here. Hop here. So off the round onto the edge. Down to here. Walk onto here. And then this bottom part is actually wider than the one you're standing on, so you can take a very careful step and drop, come on game, right here. So that'll take about half your health. Heal up. You can run jump here. And then I use torrent for this just to be safer about it. And I try to land here and then here. Okay. And I would say run past the bats because they're more powerful than you at this point. Whew. Don't do what I just did because I almost died. Grab the soft cotton. Hop here. And then hop here to avoid that bat I just pissed off. And then hop down here, staying along the wall and using torrent to watch the wall. And grab this, which is the dagger, and then head further along to grab the talisman. Now, before we fully aggro, go back to Beast Sanctum. And so the reason we want those 2 talismans is that Radagon's Soreseal is going to increase your vigor, mind, endurance, and strength, vigor, endurance, strength, and dexterity by 5. but it also takes away... Sorry, it increases damage taken, as you can see by that item effect right there. It increases damage taken by 15%, and then the other talisman boosts physical damage negation by 10%. There are stronger versions of it, and you can get them later in the game, but for now, we're going to go with that. Alright, from here, we can teleport on back, and we are going... Let me check my notes. We are going back to Gatefront. Sorry, my nerves are very tense right now. And we do have some levels I believe we can get with our current souls, so let's try. Yep, there we go. 15. You're gonna need as much health as you can get to hopefully not get one shot. But before we go anywhere, we're gonna attack this poor man. Dodge after every hit because he's a shield boy. Alrighty, and then grab the item in the chest. We're gonna need this item for the weapon art we're gonna go pick up. And also because it's a great sword and it hits hard. Alright, so right now you can two-hand it because it requires 16 strength, but you only have 15. And we're gonna just ride down to the North Agheel Grace right here. Grab the Grace. Because that is a little easier. So we're going to follow the trail all the way down to about here-ish, I want to say. So here, try to put it at each bend, because it'll help you. And here, and about here. So 1, 2, 3, the old normal route. Try not to do this during nighttime because there is a... I forgot about Buck. Right. Buck is over here. He is your seamster. And he is... this tree.
What'd you go and do that for? Oh, yes. You were just... Thank you. I was pushing, I ended up... Oh, when they...
So exhaust his dialogue for later.
Or... Well, if you... I could... Then... Run.
Alright. See you later, Buck. Back to it. Head to 1. Avoid this guy. Head to 2. Avoid falling off the map. In that chest in there is going to be the Great Axe. Grab our checkpoint. And then head to 3. Now on the right of our 3 right here is actually going to be a Grace in there. So head on in here, you can see its little bits flying around. Grab that. And once you get about here, you can start heading east. We're going to want to head east because there is a weapon art that we're going to get for this sword. Avoid pretty much everything over here, by the way. So at that... Ow. Excuse me, sir. I'm busy. At that little castle over there is where we want to go. So carefully hop your way down. I believe there's an air funnel somewhere around here, but I don't remember. Because I don't normally take this route over here. The dogs won't bother you because you have the torch. But, so head along the coast here. Past the nice beach with the octopuses. And right up to here, where there's a grace hiding behind the rock. Now, this fort is going to be a pain, so we're going to try a cheese and see if it works. Oh, however, you have some golden bits by this point, so you can add a charge. And we will also be grabbing another golden bit from the top of this hill. Use your horse up this hill to avoid getting shot, hopefully. Like that guy. And ride past these guys. Oh, don't get hit by that guy. Ah, give me that. Well, you can come back for the item later, which I'm gonna do. And then hop in here. And just run. Run straight up all of the area. Take out this guy. And before fighting that guy, we're gonna go up the ladder to our right here. This is preparation for later. And also that guy's gonna one-shot you at this point. So grab the item. And then he's gonna go back down. And this is where you kind of have to be just kind of good at the game. Which right now, I am not. So, we will see how this goes. Ow. Excuse me, sir. You can wait for his big ones for easy backstabs. And after each jump hit, generally, if he staggers, you can get that. Alright, so we're done here. So we're gonna head right on back to the Fort Haight tree, or Fort Haight bonfire. Grace. It's a 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 grace. But, if you didn't get it earlier, head back on here and grab this golden seed for more flasks. And then I believe we can survive this. Yep. And then upgrade your flask again if that is enough. And since we have this, we can put the blood ash of war on here, which will let us use this. That does a very good amount of damage at early game, and bleed is very good. So, now you can head up here, grab that map because it makes life a lot easier. And head towards Margit. Margit is going to be your first hurdle. Because he's a hard boss in my eyes, especially for a skill check boss. And he's also gonna be the first one to give you a, what's it called? A pouch. He's gonna be the first one to give you a talisman pouch so you can use both talismans. But now that you have that map, if I can find it on the map, you're gonna want to go here. So head straight to 1 again. Oh yeah, bears will also not bother you. And the reason we're heading this way is for the Third Church of America and a sacred chair. Words are hard. Words are very hard. And I'm also still waking up, so apologies for that. But yeah, Third Church of America. Grab the bonfire, grab that item, grab that item. This is going to be your Wondrous Physick. And this is going to be your Sacred Tear. Now you can set those up in your equipments. Set up your Wondrous Physics to give you half HP. And upgrade your flask to increase the amount replenished. And from here, it's going to be either Margit or something else I'm going to be doing in the next video. Which is to say, not the easiest thing to do, but it can work. That's going to be pretty much everything for this little tutorial. Gets you 2 very strong talismans for early game. Gets you a weapon and a weapon art. And it gets you some flask bits. And it gets you 3 maps, which is going to be huge for later down the line. The other map is going to be down here. So if you want to, you can toss a marker on that for later, which will help you with the rest of Caelid. But yeah, I hope that was easy enough to follow. I apologize if I talked too fast or too slow, or if my directions were a little weird, because a lot of that was a little improvised here and there. Most of it I did have my handy dandy notebook, but I do hope this helps. Most of this is going to be a guide for friendly invading low levels, because being rude to low levels isn't the greatest, honestly, but it is fun. I understand. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon. I'll see you guys in the next video, next stream. Goodbye.